Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Radio Show on John Dew Radio, and got another amazing individual on the line. She is the founder of Simply Highp Productions. She promotes self-awareness and unity through crystal energy healing and harmony, and she's a Toronto blogger that promotes mental, emotional, and physical wellness. Favorite hashtag, the power of you. And she values leadership, mindset growth, and giving back to her community with which she's received from God. So please welcome Sherese, Esohe, Alisa, Jesuorobo to the show. How are you doing today, Sherese?
I am wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. I just want to take a second to express my gratitude for this amazing opportunity to be able to come to the world and just share my story.
Fantastic, and we are so grateful to receive you. So thank you for your time today. No, my pleasure. So let's get to it. Tell us about how you were put together, how the alignment of God has put you in the place of purpose to found Simply Highp Productions.
Wow, I love the way you put it. I'm just truly giving thanks to God for blessing me and forever pouring his grace and his love into me. From moment one, I knew I was connected to some type of higher being, some type of higher source. I was born in Canada, but I was raised in Grenada. My mom's Grenadian and my dad is Nigerian, so I have that island energy and I have that motherland energy. Growing up, I was always happy and passionate, sensitive, always full of harmony, always low-key doing some leadership type of work with my community, with my school. I was always giving my energy outward. And one thing I realized about my life is that I didn't have a focus. I didn't know how to focus my own energy within myself. In my adolescence, there was a point in my life where I was completely broken. I was associated with my mind. Therefore, I was disconnected from my true self and my true personal power. I was full of fear. I was running around outwards and not really facing myself, not really looking within, which was the location and the destination of where I really needed to be. Nothing really changed in my life because I didn't change my mind. I didn't change the way I thought about myself, and it was my own self-belief that was stopping me. At one point, my soul was really weary and really heavy. I was lost in the world, and I had no idea who I was. And how is this even possible? How do you not know who you are when you started with yourself? I needed to know myself, and I needed to face myself. I seen my brokenness. I seen my faults, my pain, my shame. I seen how I betrayed myself. When I left my mother's house at the age of 21, I got on my knees for the first time, and I cried. I surrendered. I was broken, in pain, not just emotional pain, but physical pain. I can feel the tension in my body, emotional pain. I can feel the brokenness of my own heart. And that's when I really just started to heal myself. I really started to see how life was really a test and how life was continuing to just show me that I have the power to overcome all these obstacles that I'm going through my life. And when I got on my knees, truly, I received this type of healing that I've never received before from the Most High. And I can feel the sensations of God within me, my own healing love, my own heart. And that was the first time I realized that I had the power to heal myself. I had the power to love myself. And at that moment, I said, God, I need to do something with my life. I need purpose. And this is at the age of 21. And I asked God for purpose, and he just gave me this amazing, people call it downloads, but I really call it uploads because I feel like it's coming from within, an amazing upload of just to start this amazing just journey of healing for yourself and the people around you. And that's what I did. And I right now I'm just listening to the Word of God. I'm listening to the word of my own heart and clearing my mind and recognizing that I'm not my mind. I'm not my emotions. You know, I'm a spirit being having a human experience, and I just really want to share that with the world.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's amazing how sometimes God allows for people to break down to rebuild them. Right?
Absolutely.
And I can hear through your story how that happens and how it happens for many of us. So it is a wonderful journey that we embark on. So tell us a little bit about who are the type of people who gravitate to Simply Highp?
The people that gravitate towards Simply Highp are people who are looking to find their personal power, people who are looking to find that nurturing love within themselves to heal themselves, people who are aware of their own mind and their own personal power to change and shift. I want to shout out Palmonia Gordon. She has YouTube videos on shift on YouTube. You can find her, Palmonia Gordon. And she talks about shifting, and she talks about the minute hand, the second hand, and the hour hand. And it takes the second hand 60 seconds for the one tick. And she just reminds me that life is a consistent moving journey. And people who are gravitated toward Simply Highp are those who are appreciative of the journey of life and appreciative of community and appreciative of just their personal power to really heal and grow onto the best version of themselves.
Yes, and I always say there's always latitude and gratitude.
Absolutely.
So for yourself, I just curious, were you always very sensitive to people's energies? Like for me, when I go into a room, I always pick up things. I sense things, and it's a blessing and a burden. Because sometimes it can be a rush of many things that you're sensing at the same time, and sometimes it's overwhelming. So how is it
more
been for
overwhelming?
You?
For me, it's even more overwhelming to have to deal with also the emotions and also the mind. So there's different factors to it. And I've always been sensitive. I've always been emotional. And I think my mom knew that. And my mom took good care of me. She gave me extra love always. She always just encouraged me. She always told me I can do anything that I wanted. And I've always been sensitive. I've always felt people's feelings and people's emotions, but I never knew where it was coming from. And I blamed myself and I blamed my emotions. And then I became really heartless because I knew that my emotions were putting me in feelings of just sadness more times because I wasn't getting whatever I thought I needed to receive from the world, like the understanding and the compassion. And at one point, I actually thought I was adopted because I was so emotionally disconnected from my family, and I didn't know why. I was in the 4th grade, and I really just wanted to run away from home because nobody understood me, and I was growing in this world, and I didn't really have a lot of understanding. But I thank God for coming into my life and shining His light, and God works miracles through people. You know what I mean? And God is here. My God is a living God. I serve a living God, and I love Him for that. And I thank Him for the gift of my emotional sensitivity.
Yeah, and it's important to have that because, we need people like you to facilitate people to understand themselves, and that's how God works, through people just like yourself. So it's fantastic for you to have that sensibility early and to let that guide you into your passion work now. So how has your work transformed others? What have you seen?
Wow. I've seen people just reach out to me, and they see because I make crystal jewelry at Kensington Market is one of the biggest markets that I promote my crystal jewelry, and people will just reach out to me and leave my business card. I love it too. And people will reach out to me and just tell me, wow, I feel the love that went into your art. And hearing that, it's like there are people in the world just like me. There are people in the world who can feel things just like me. And somebody told me, your work is so beautiful, and if the world ever ends and things come to destruction, they're going to dig up your jewelry, they're going to see your jewelry, and they're going to wonder what type of energy their ancestors was working with. And I just thought, wow, I never thought that, I could be a part of history. And one of my customers reached out to me and let me know how important my work is, and he let me know that the youth are looking up to me and seeing the things that I'm doing and seeing my work, and I'm really just making a part of history.
Wow, that's beautiful. And tell me about your jewelry company. Now, how long have you had that?
January 23rd, 2019 will be 3 years. I just started with a post on Instagram and a Christmas gift for a couple of friends, and they just loved it. And I love doing the work, and it kind of came natural to me. And that's how I started the crystal jewelry.
Okay, and people should know that each crystal has a different type of healing associated with it. Can you give an example of one of your favorite crystals that you like to use, and how does it heal?
Absolutely. My favorite crystal is my birthstone crystal. It's called amethyst. It is associated with the third eye chakra. The purple is associated with the third eye chakra, just like the visible spectrum, the rainbow. So for every single chakra, there's a different color, and it helps harmonize, balance, and cleanse these different chakras within the body. So amethyst, like I mentioned, is for the third eye chakra, which helps with imagination. It helps with intuition, and it helps with higher understanding and higher knowing. This crystal has always been a part of my life. From before I started collecting crystals, I randomly found a crystal amethyst on my balcony that disappeared. And my life story, what I tell people is that crystal randomly came to me from God to enhance my vision, and I absolutely believe it.
Fantastic. And that's the same crystal that I made earrings for my daughter. She's amethyst as well. That's her birthstone. So I also know it's associated with creativity, right? Creative energy.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, I think that, what you're doing is very important, and I'm sure the listeners want to know how they connect with you. Do you have anything that they could know on how to purchase your items online, or where they can go to visit you at Kensington Market?
Most definitely. We offer monthly affirmation sheets, online affirmation sheets through email. So just email the team at simplyhighp.inquiries@gmail.com. Highp is spelled Highghp. Another way to remember it is high power. We also offer free crystal talk, so if you want to learn the healing properties of your favorite crystals, you can also email the team. We offer harmony sessions, self-love, forgiveness, and chakra healing, absolutely free. There are 3 spots every single week that we open for free sessions, affirmations, and crystal talk. The whole objective is just to start a conversation of discovering your own personal healing and discovering your own personal power to do that. You can follow us at Simply Highp on Instagram and Simply Highp on Facebook as well, and that is spelled SIMPLYHIGHP.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I am so grateful that we've had this time to know more about Simply Highp and your journey. I think that you have definitely transformed many of our listeners, and I would just want to encourage you to keep walking in this amazing enlightened path, and you're going to keep changing lives as you do that. So look forward to seeing you very soon on the Nikki Clarke Show stage, so we can, spread the light through this, joint journey that we have together. So thank you very much,
We're
Sherese.
all connected, and I thank you so much for this opportunity once again. It's been wonderful to express myself.
Oh, you're more than welcome. So you've been listening to the Nikki Clarke Radio Show. The show's about conversations that matter and transforming lives one story at a time. We had the amazing Sherese, who is the founder of Simply Highp Productions. She's out at Kensington Market in Toronto. If you haven't been to Toronto, then you should go, and you definitely need to make a visit to Kensington and see Sherese and see her beautiful designs. So we look forward to it. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.